coming up on At Your Leisure.
I'm Chad Booth, and I'm with Casey Lofthouse down in Wagon. We are refining horsepower.
I'm Brett Pennyfather, along on a scenic but challenging watermelon crawl.
I'm Reese Stein. We'll take you to the spectacular color and important history of Southern Kentucky.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to this week's episode of At Your Leisure. We are down here with Casey Lofthouse, one of our great friends from southern Utah, who seems to always have some trick up his sleeve or some fun activity. And when we were down here doing recoveries with him, I said, when he told me he had mules, I said, I want to learn how to drive a mule team. So he invited me down, and that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, we're glad to be here, and I'm glad to see you down in southern Utah to try to get away from the weather.
It was snowing earlier this morning, just so you know.
Yes, I believe it's been snowing every day for how many months now, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, glad to see you down here in southern Utah, and I think the whole deal with driving a team of mules is just going like that.
Oh, no! Is this kind of like driving a forklift or a tank?
They're pretty stout, so they're kind of like a tank. They're pretty durable.
Okay, so that means that when I want it to go this way, then I pull back.
You give it a good little
on
pull
this
that
track.
way. Yep, there you go.
All right, I'm getting this.
You'll be a pro by the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm sure glad I got a chance to practice with an Army tank once.
Well, you know, and I brought my greenest mules, so they've only been hitched twice, so you should do just fine. You will learn as fast as they will learn.
All right, so why don't you tell me some of the tricks of driving a mule? Just explain it to everybody.
Well, I think anytime you're dealing with a mule, I believe that patience is an important thing. Driving a team of mules, you have to kind of read them and watch what their ears are doing and what their noses are doing. And
what do their ears tell you?
well, that one's got its ears flopping, so it's relaxed, and the other one's kind of checking things out, wondering, or we got to go back across that bridge. Kind of have to read your animals a little bit and watch what they're doing. They're just relaxed and doing their thing.
Well, you know, Rhea's really disappointed she couldn't make it today.
Hey, Rhea, sorry, you're missing out, sister.
You know why, of course.
Well,
She loves fuzzy, floppy ears.
Yes, and I heard that she had to stay home for the kitty cat.
That's true.
So everybody give a prayer for the kitty to get healed up fast.
That's true.
What did you call that cat? The $1,000 barn cat?
$1,000 barn cat, that's right.
Hey, these little critters, even these mules, they get in our hearts and souls, and we love them, and so you got to take care of them. But yeah, if you want to turn these around, you just start gathering up that left-hand rein a little bit. And if you can, hit every one of these rocks on your way around there, but just give them a nice little...
I'm gonna try and miss every one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can just gather that line up there and see, you're just a natural. Here in a minute, I'll give you a grade.
All right, that sounds good.
Well, you did pretty good for your first turnaround there.
Wasn't bad.
Not bad.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kind of, whoa, mule.
Well, you've definitely been telling me for years you wanted to learn to drive a mule, so that just is right up.
So what's the grade, Casey? How'd I do? Other than they keep trying to hit Will.
Well, you know, considering the mules haven't been hitched for 30 days or so, I think that you probably got a B plus, B maybe.
You were telling me 50 earlier.
Well, 50%, you know, is a B 50 above 50%?
Oh yeah, B's like 80.
Well, I think you're still a B.
B minus.
I think the turnaround got me from 50% to 80%.
Well, all right.
You did all right on that. And like I say, the mules, they're cooperating.
Kinda.
They're just ready to work.
They're ready to work. Well, they were born to do. I guess we should. I'm going to keep driving. You go to this first story on our show. Let's go. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. We really need to introduce you to the rest of the cast, okay? You've met Casey Lofthouse, and we've got Flossy over on that side, and we've got Jill right here.
Hard-working mules.
Hardworking. They don't have many lines in the movie because they only say one word, hee-haw.
Yep, hee-haw. That's right. You think that's funny, don't you?
You know, when you come down here to the Hurricane area, Casey's name just seems to come up. I first met you through one of the ATV clubs years ago.
We Tri-State ATV Club years ago, where I met you the first time.
That's right, and we became friends from that. And then all of a sudden, here's Casey Lofthouse in the recovery business, the land advocacy business, and then even more. How many pies do you have fingers in, Casey?
Well, you know, in life they tell you to chase your passions, and I have a lot of passions, and I've had a lot of opportunity to serve the community and things that I'm passionate about. And so I always tell people if there's something happening in southern Utah, we're there.
Yeah, almost literally. Okay, tell me about the recovery company.
Okay, so a lot of people know me through my Casey's Off-Road Recovery, and we have a lot of fun out recovering all kinds of vehicles in the backcountry of southern Utah, and we've been doing that for over 20 years.
So you've got an iron horse.
Yep, big old military 5-ton.
And that's Russian, isn't it?
It's actually an American 1970 Kaiser M813.
Oh, okay.
It's a American-made vehicle.
All right.
I have a Canadian-made Nodwell 110, the big track vehicle that you see on the channel, and then I have a Thai-Call Snowcat. That's made in Logan, Utah, actually.
Yeah, that's true. So that's my next question. If you've got a Snowcat, you do recoveries year-round?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The Nodwell works in the snow as well as the Snowcat, so we do a lot of snow recoveries as well.
Yeah, the Nodwell doesn't look like it would be is extremely warm.
It'd be about like riding in this wagon today.
Yeah. And then you've got the mules.
We've got the mules, and we've used those in a recovery, believe it or not.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, they know how to pull.
So what did they pull out?
We pulled out a side-by-side, a little like a Yamaha Rhino or something like that.
Was it in a difficult spot, or did you just do it to show off?
No, it was actually just right down the river in the sand chute down below us here. It's just a really steep sand chute.
So they called the recovery, and were they surprised?
Well, they had just gave me the key, and I said, this is a perfect time for more Casey Lofthouse shenanigans. We like having a good time, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So now you're also a bee rancher.
You know, I raised bees for a lot of years. I grew up around honeybees. My dad exposed me to that early on, and I have actually gotten out of the commercial bee business as far as being the muscle behind it, but I'm still selling honey. So.
All right. So what do you brand it as?
We brand it as Lofthouse Honey. How easy is that?
You can order it online?
Just locally is all I sell it.
Local, because I bought some. When I saw your name on it, I said, oh.
Did you actually buy that?
Yeah.
Okay. No, just kidding. Good friends deserve honey.
Well, you weren't there at the time, so I was more
true.
than happy to buy it. I got to keep you in business, so
That's right.
I got stuff to come.
We have mule feed to buy.
Exactly, exactly. Well, now we know, as Casey would say, what shenanigans he's been up to. There's a lot more to discover. We'll be back right now. Take a commercial break, and we'll see you in a minute. You've been earning your trail ride. Look at your coat there.
Man, I think this is pretty much commonplace anymore with the weather we've been having.
Well, if I'd have stayed on the road the whole time, that may not have happened.
Isn't that the truth?
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm here with Casey Lofthouse, and we are riding in what I would describe as the Dimple Dale of Washington County. You know, we have Dimple Dale in Utah. It's an equestrian park. It doesn't have water in it, but it's a place you can go and you can hike and you can enjoy nature. And the bonus they have here is they have water and turtles.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about this Confluence Park.
So yeah, Confluence is a 350 some odd acre nature conservation park, and they've got walking, hiking, biking trails. We're standing in front of the new Dean Cox Memorial Bridge that we're going to dedicate on April 6th, and so it's just a neat area to come and just step back into nature and just come enjoy the park.
Tell me about your involvement with the park.
Oh, so we actually started a foundation called Confluence Heritage Foundation, and part of our goal is...
Jill thinks that's funny.
She does. She's always cracking jokes. Look at her. Oh, yeah. Anyways, so we started a Confluence Heritage Foundation in order to kind of be the motor behind a lot of the projects going on at Confluence, and our goal for the next few years is to restore all the grass and the pasture that's on the upper end of the park. We've been working on grants for fencing and different things, and so we're just kind of getting the park back, whipped back into shape, so to speak.
And you planted grass last year.
We planted grass last year.
You're not going to have
really
to
well.
water it.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're at least 45 days away from it needing a drink, we hope. But we're working our way through the park, and just the county and the cities are all a huge supporter of it, so it's neat to see the park kind of come together, and the stuff like this that are able to just make improvements to the park.
Now, they're going to do a dedication on this bridge.
Correct.
And you have a role to play in that.
Yeah, so this is a pre-run for the dedication of the bridge on April 6th. We're actually giving the guests and people that are coming to the ceremony rides in wagons from the main parking area at the top of the park.
Down here to the bridge.
We'll have several wagons, and we're going to give everybody a ride down into the park. So it definitely is adding to the park and lots of other aspects of the park as well. So
this is a great, I mean, you know, every budding metropolis needs a place like this.
They really do.
A respite spot.
Yep.
Well, we're going to keep wandering down the trail here and at Confluence Park, and right now it's time for us to go to our next story. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. Out on the trail with my old sidekick, Casey Lofthouse.
Howdy doody.
You know, during the break, Casey and I were talking about how much fun this is. It's so different to do that we could just be out here riding all day long.
Yeah, I mean, we always get an opportunity to fire up the motorcycle or the four-wheeler and go, you know, hiking or biking, but it's a whole different world when you get on a wagon or on a saddle on a mule and just go out and enjoy it in a little bit different way.
Any of you guys who are editors out there are going to know how hard this is going to be to stabilize this footage when they get back to the studio. But hold on to your seats. Let's take a look at next week's show. Guess where Scott Huntsman's going to be next week? Of course, the Easter Jeep Safari, and he's going to show off a truly incredible trail that offers some amazing viewpoints. You're going to want to see him. Then, how many state parks are there in Utah, and what kind of adventures for you? Doug Jessup is going to sit down with Devin Chavez from the Utah Division of State Parks, and this time he's looking at rare gems of Utah that most of us don't know about. You'll want to find out where they are and go visit. And finally, Will Oxley is showing us how one group is doing everything they can to preserve our great public lands as he joins UPLA at the Sand Mountain Recreation Area. They are bringing in volunteers together to work on a wide variety of improvements. Now, let's check out the calendar of events. First up, Jamboree season continues as the Kanab Red Rock ATV Jamboree is going down April 26th through the 29th, so be sure to register for that so you can enjoy endless riding on the Montezuma Trail System. Then, May 11th through the 13th is the Side-by-Side Adventure Rally on the Rocks, which is a fantastic, family-friendly 3-day event that features guided trails and some great rock crawling and scenery in and around Sand Hollow. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Brian Nichols, and it looks like Brian is the lucky winner of an outdoor stove from Camp Chef. Camp Chef offers the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more information.
You know, Chad, next week's show looks so much fun. I think I want to be there.
Well, I think we can send you a memo. We've had so much fun with Casey out with Flossy and Jill, and just kind of roaming around here in the canyon.
We had a good time, that's for sure.
Well, just remember, there is adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own at your leisure.
All right. Wagons ho!
Come, mules!
Oh, they do get excited.
Oh, yeah.